This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about data loader, and we have discussed what exactly data loader and what we can do with the help of data loader, and what are the various operations that we can do with the help of data loader. And upon performing the operations on the bulk records through data loader, what kind of APIs the data loader supports, and what is the minimum and the maximum in the default sizes of each and every API we have discussed. And we have discussed about the various flavors of data loader, like data loader for Windows and data loader for Mac. And once the data loader has been installed, how can we log in into the data loader? By generating a security token and by configuring universal IP address inside the user's profile. So till then we have discussed this process here. Now today we'll see the practical use case. So how can we perform the export and import operations on the data loader? Okay, we'll see. Now here I have placed this JDK installation path over here. Okay, so because I have observed in the WhatsApp group, so few people are facing some issue while installing and logging into the data loader. So I have placed this path as well. Just you can copy this path to install the data loader. First of all, we have to configure JDK and the GRE and Zulu. Give some space. Now, so now, just you can go to your browser, paste this path which I have placed inside the document. Now this is the open JDK, so which will be installing JDK and GRE and Zulu also, all these three. So now just you can press enter. You will be getting the navigation for the data loader installation path for Windows. Step-by-step approaches are available over here. So now here it is indicating this. We have to install the GRE 11R latest version also. So or else you can go with this Zulu Open JDK. So now for Windows, if you want to install this GRE, just you can click on this link. Okay, just you can click on this link. They have given the complete step-by-step approach. So first of all, install this Java runtime environment as a step one. And once this Java runtime environment, that means the JDK in the GRE has been installed, then we can go to that setup menu to install the data loader here. And once the data loader has been installed, then go to that file, zip file will be available. Unzip that file and then expand, that will extract this file. And then inside that you will be having a file called as install.bat. So it's a batch file, just you can run this batch file. It will be installing, it will be running from there onwards here. Now this is the complete navigation path. So here upon installing this GRE, go to this for window, there is a hyperlink is available. Just you can click on this hyperlink. Now it is indicating. So what you want to install here. So now you have to install Zulu. Okay, whenever you are installing this Zulu, then it is going to installing the JDK and the GRE. Everything will be getting installed automatically over here. So now just you can go to the Zulu. Don't go to this core platform. Don't go to the Pride. Go to this Zulu and then click on download now. Okay, click on Download now. From there, it will be installing over there. Now here it is indicating the latest version over here. Latest version. Better to go with this, okay, MSI file here. Now you will be having these files are available. The latest files are available for this one. Now we can go to this file. Depends upon this is for the Linux here. And then for the Windows, okay, you will be having this. Now this is the Windows. You will be having a zip file is also available or MSI file. Zip file in the sense we have to install this file manually here. That means we have to unzip that, we have to install. And then if it is a MSL file, it will be indicating a setup file automatically. Double click on the setup file, you can click on next, automatically it will install. Okay, better to go with that MSI file here. Now, so it depends upon your Windows operating system here. Now we can go to this JDK and the JRE will be getting installed over here. Select this option MSI. Don't go with this zip file. Better to go with this MSI file, which is providing a setup file to you. Double click on the setup file, it will be installing automatically. Okay, once it is installed, then we can download the data loader and then start install the data loader here. Okay, by using, we can install that batch file. Okay, now, so once the data loader is available, then how can we perform the operations on our object records? Now let's see practically. So while performing the operations on the data loader, we can perform 7 operations. Through data loader, we can perform total 7 operations on your Salesforce object records. That already I have discussed in the previous session. Like we can perform insert, update, delete, hard delete, upsert, export, export all. These are the total 7 operations. How to do these operations, we'll see one by one. Okay, now make a note of this one. Data loader supports to perform the below 7 operations on Salesforce object records. Data loader supports to perform the below 7 operations on Salesforce object records. First one, insert. Second one, update. Third one, delete. Fourth one, upsert. Fifth one, hard delete. Sixth one, export. And the 7th one, export all. So these are the total 7 operations that we can do with the help of data loader. Done? Now, let's see. First one, export operation. So what do you mean by export operation and what we can do? What did you understood with this word export? Export the records. Now exporting the records means what? Right. So in this case here, exporting in the sense, whatever the records available inside your Salesforce object, From that object, I would like to collect the records, and those records I want to store into my local system. So whenever you are getting the data from the Salesforce object to your local system, then it is called as export. I'm exporting the data, not import. Import in the sense inserting, exporting in the sense bringing the data, getting the data from your Salesforce object to your local device. So export operation will allow us to export the data from Salesforce object to your local device. Now, upon exporting the data, do we have any limitation like only these are the objects will data loader will support? No. Data loader will support all the standard objects, all the custom objects also. All objects will be supported by data loader to perform import and export operations. So in this case, we can get the data from your Salesforce object and we can store them to the local system. Now, in my Salesforce organization, I have so many objects are available. By using this export operation, can we bring multiple objects data at a time? No. It will be any operation. All these 7 operations will be performed on only one object at a time. Upon insertion also, updation also, deletion also, export all also, we can fetch the data or we can perform the operations on only one object records at a time, not multiple. So data loader can interact with only one object at a time. So it can insert, it can update, it can delete, it can export the data from only one object, not multiple. That is a limitation. Please remember this. Now, suppose sometimes you can raise a question, sir, I want to insert some account records along with some related contacts also. Then we have to go with the 2 times over here. First of all, insert the parent records. Once the parent records are inserted, based on the parent ID, we can insert the related child records. So that means contacts. But at a time, we can't insert both account and contact at a time inside your object through data loader, because data loader will supports to process the operations on only one object at a time, not multiple. Now, so by using this export operation, we can export the data from your Salesforce object to local device. Here in this case, you can raise a question. Sir, I want to get the data from my account object to my local system. In my account object, I have so many fields are available, like ID field, name field, rating field, industry, annual revenue, phone number, fax number, active status, priority, billing address, shipping address. So many fields are available. Is it mandatory for me to bring all these fields data to my local device? No, it's not mandatory. If you want to fetch only ID, name, rating, and industry and annual revenue. If you want only these 5 columns data, select these 5 columns, export only that 5 columns data. Depends upon your requirement, we can choose the fields. So what fields data you want to export, that we can able to decide. Depends upon our application requirement, we can bring the data, whatever the columns that you want. That is one thing. Second one, sometimes you can raise a question. Sir, I want to fetch only those account records whose industry is of finance. Only finance industry account records I want to fetch. I don't want all the account records available inside my object. I want only finance industry accounts. Do we have any possibility in the data loader to apply our own user-defined conditions? Yes, that is also possible. Not only indicating what fields data to be get collected, we can indicate what conditions needs to be applied to filter the data. Don't fetch all the records available inside the object. We can fetch only the required column, required records by adding one or more user-defined conditions. So in order to apply your own condition, just we can use the help of mouse clicks also. Here's the second point. Third one. Sometimes you can raise a question. Sir, in my object, I have 100 records, but I don't want all 100. I want only 5. Which 5 records? Any 5 records. I'm not bothered about that. Just I want 5 records, or just I want 2 records. I want 10 records. I want 20 records. Is it possible to fetch the required number of records? Yes, that is also possible. So we can restrict the number of records to be written by the data loader also. That we can decide, depends upon our application requirement. So upon fetching the data, upon exporting the data, we can specify what object data you want to export. From that object, what fields data you want to export. And from those records, which records you would like to export based on the user different conditions, and how many records to be export, everything we can decide depends upon our application requirement. So upon exporting the data will be collected from the object. It will place inside a CSV file. That CSV file will be storing inside your local system over here. You can decide the path where exactly you want to save this CSV file. Inside your C drive or D drive or desktop, where you want to save that file. That we can decide here. Depends upon the requirement, we can specify the complete path. Okay? Understood the concept here? Now, let's see. Make a note of this one, export. By using this operation, we can export or fetch the records from Salesforce object and store into the local device in the form of .csv file. We can apply the required user-defined conditions to filter the records. And we can select the required fields to be get exported. And we can select the required fields to be get exported. Done? Now, let's see how can we export the data to a local device by using this data loader. Now, let me explain. So this is my Salesforce org. Let me go to my Salesforce org now. I'm going to my Salesforce org. Now, I'm going to my account object. So this is the account object that we have right now here. In my account object, as of now, we have 14 records are available. Now I want to export all these 14 records into my local device. So now let me go with the data loader and how can we export these 14 records into my local system. Now let's see one by one. I'm going to the data loader tool. Now I'm going to the data loader tool. Click on export button. Log into the data loader first by using your password authentication. You know how to log into the data loader, okay, with a security token or without security token. Both we have discussed. I'm giving my Salesforce account username and the password. Click on login. My login has been successful. Just to cancel the screen, let's go back to your data loader tool. Now perform the operation. I want to export the data. So now where you want to store this data, let me create one separate folder. I'm creating a separate folder here. Here inside this SFDC batch 361, that means the current batch, the documents and videos, everything is available here. So now here I'm going to be creating a separate folder. Data loader extracts. I'm creating a separate folder here for my easy identification. Instead of placing those Excel sheets in this particular folder, I'm creating a separate folder to place all those CSV files. So this is a folder. Inside this SFDC batch 361, I'm having a folder called as data loader extracts. Let's see. Go to your data loader tool. Click on export button. Click on export button because I want to export the data here. I want to perform export operation. Now, click on export. Now it will ask you to select the object here. So what object data that you want to export, that we can choose. It is indicating the object details over here. It is indicating the object details. Now here you can raise a question, sir, it is showing very few objects. These are the only objects that we have in my Salesforce are as part of Salesforce CRM? No, not only these objects we have, so many objects are available. So what are those objects? Now let's see. Just you can select this checkbox, show all Salesforce objects. Upon selecting this checkbox, it will be representing all the objects available inside your organization. See, these are the various objects that we have in Salesforce, which are standard, which includes the standard objects, custom objects also both. It will be having all these objects. So whatever the objects that we have interacted till now, the recently accessed objects will be getting visible over here by default. Now, if your object is available here, just you can select from here itself directly. But the object which you are looking for is not present in this list, then we can select this option, show all Salesforce objects. Here we can search for the object. Like for example, some hiring manager object also, whatever you want, depends upon the requirement. Now I want to export the data from account object. Only one object we can select. Even though by holding the control key, we can't select multiple objects here. Only one object. Select this object here, account. Now I want to export the data from my account object. Upon exporting the data from this account object, the data will be placing inside a CSV file. Now, where you want me to place that CSV file? What is the location? So choose the target folder location here. Choose the target folder location by using this browse button. Use the browse button, choose the target folder location and give the name of the file. So now it will collect all the records from the account object. Those records will be placing inside a file with the name extract.csv. By default, Salesforce is giving the file name as extract.csv. Instead of giving this name extract.csv, if you want to provide a different name for your CSV file, then you can change the file name, no problem. Now, I don't want to store this one in the default location here. I will choose the location. Click on browse button, select the folder. I want to save this CSV file inside my folder, capital info, SFDC class videos. Here having all these batch folders are available here. I want to go to that SFDC batch 361. Here I have placed a folder called as data loader extracts. In this folder, I want to place. Here by default, it is giving the file name as extracts. I don't want to give this extract. I will provide my own name. I'm indicating accounts underscore export.csv. So now this file name we can specify in double quotations. In double quotes, you can specify the file, or else it will be considering like as okay other file formats. So because of that, you can't open that file. So go to that double quotes over here and give the file name with the extension .csv. I'm giving the file name as accounts underscore export. That means I'm exporting the data from account object here. Now click on save. Now the path has been selected over here. This is the location where exactly please save my account records, and this is a file name also. Click on next. When you click on next button, it will ask you to select the fields. What fields data you want to export. Now click on next button. In my account object, what fields are available, it will be populating those fields information. So now this is the control. We can select the fields. What fields data you would like to export, that we can decide. Whenever we are selecting the fields, automatically based on the selected field, a query will be preparing over here. Inside this query editor, it will prepare the query also automatically by default here. As of now, this is empty. Now I want to fetch the data from my object here. Whenever if you want to fetch the data, select the columns. What columns data you want to export? I want to export account number. See, it is preparing the query. Select account number from account. Automatically query will be getting formed. I want to collect this active underscore underscore C. This column also has been added over here inside my query. I want to collect annual revenue. I want to get the billing city, billing country, billing state. I want to fetch customer priority. I want to fetch the fax field and the ID field and the industry field value. I want to fetch the name of the account record. I want to fetch the ownership. I want to fetch the phone. I want to fetch the rating field. I want to fetch the type. I want to fetch website. These are the fields. So whatever the fields that we have selected, based on that fields, it is preparing the query automatically over here. It is preparing the query automatically. So this is the query it has prepared over here. Like select whatever the field names that we have specified, these field names are available here from object name. Okay, from object name. So this is the object here. Now, so now we can choose the fields, what fields data you want to export, that we can decide. Next, whenever you are fetching the data from this object, if you want to apply your own conditions, I want to fetch only those account records whose industry is energy and whose rating is some warm. Two conditions I want to apply. How to apply the conditions, how to apply the filters. Now let's see. To add the filters, we are having this a filter section. This is the filter section. To add the filters, select the field name over here, select the operator, specify the value. Once you have prepared, click on add condition. That condition will be adding at the end of your query automatically by default. Now let's see. I want to apply the condition. I'm selecting the condition as rating field. Rating should be equals to hot. I'm selecting rating. Select the operator as equals to. Now select that value. Now we have selected that condition. Now I want to add the condition to my query. So click on add condition. Once you click on this add condition, the condition has been added here. It is indicating that where clause also, where rating equals to hot. So let me paste this whole query. See, it is preparing this query. Up to this part is same, and after that it is adding a where clause. It will fetch only those records whose rating value is equals to hot. Clear? Now, So now, if you don't want to add any conditions, then just you can click on clear all conditions. Automatically, the whatever the conditions has been added, those conditions will be getting cleared out. Okay, clear now. Sometimes here,
Rating equal to hot and industry is equal to
now if you want to add two conditions, then how can we add? Let me show you now. Click on add condition where rating equals to hot. Once you are adding the first condition, if you want to add one more, then choose the second condition here. I want to add the condition based on industry. Industry equals to, I want to select banking. Click on add condition. Second condition also has been added where rating equals to hard and industry equals to banking. Two conditions has been getting added. Like that, multiple conditions we can add depends upon the requirement. Clear? Now, if you don't want this condition, just you can click on clear all condition. The conditions will be getting cleared out. Now, next one. So here I told you one more point over here. So upon fetching the data, we can restrict that number of records to be written by the data loader. How many records that you want, that we can decide. How here we have to use that class called as limit class, that we have to type it manually here. Here we have to type manually. I'm indicating limit space 5. If I'm indicating limit space 5, now it will fetch only 5 records. Even though your table may be having hundreds of records, it won't bother about that. It will fetch only 5 records. So depends upon the requirement, we can able to apply this kind of filters also. Clear? Now once you are done with this here, click on finish button. Click on finish button. Now it is giving a warning message. You have chosen to export the records from this object. You want me to go ahead or not? Yes. Now click on yes button. It will be fetching the data from the object. Those records will be placing inside this. It is giving the confirmation over here. Operation finished. Your operation has fully completed. There were 14 successful extractions and 0 errors. That means it has extracted, it has exported 14 records successfully with 0 errors. That means no errors are available. Clear? Now click on OK button. Now let me go back to my folder here. Let's see. Now my file is available here. Accounts export. Double click on this file. Now it is indicating that records. These are the total 14 records are available here. 14 records has been exported. Now I'm going to be expanding this. So these are the columns here. So these are the columns are available. If you want to place like as a table, just you can design the table also over here. Now, so these are the records will be available here. So now this is the account, this is a heading over here, which will be indicating this. So this is a heading. Now these are the data. Total 14 records are available over here. 14 records. Including heading, we are having this total 15 rows are available here. Now we have the record number, that means account number here. Active __ C, annual revenue value. And next it will be having that billing city, billing country, billing state, customer priority, fax, ID of the record. These are the IDs of these records. These are the industry names. These are the names of these account records over here. We can see the ownership value, contact numbers, rating values, type values, and the website values. These are the total 14 records has been exported from my object to my local device here. This Excel sheet we can share to anybody, to whomever you want. We can share this Excel sheet to your manager also, or to your regional head also, your sales manager also, anybody to whomever you want, you can share this data. Clear? Understood the concept now? No. This is how we can able to export the data from your Salesforce object. So export operation allows us to export the data from Salesforce object, and we can place those records inside your local device. Clear? Next. The next operation. Export all. Second one, export all operations. Now tell me, what do you mean by export all operation? What did you understood with this word export all? All records in the sense already we are collecting all the records also.
Everything which are there, not only account or anything, it's every object.
Sir,
No,
we
data
can
loader
export
fetch
the
data
deleted
from only
option
one
also.
object. Right.
Sir, we can export the deleted objects also.
Right.
Maybe.
No, not all the fields. Right, exactly. So now, export all in the sense what? Export all operation is going to be exporting all the records available inside the object, including deleted records also. Including deleted records also, which are waiting in the recycle bin, not permanently deleted. Once the records are permanently deleted, we can't bring them back. There is no such options. So the records which are currently waiting in the recycle bin to be get deleted by the Salesforce batch jobs, those records also we can collect. Now, in this case, here you can raise a question. Suppose, for example, I have an object. It's my account object now. It's my account object. Here I have some 100 records. So now whenever I'm exporting these records, initially, whatever the 100 records are available, all the 100 records has been returned. It returned 100 records because in my object I have 100 records. Export operation is returning all the 100 records. After few minutes, I have deleted few records from this object. After few minutes, I have deleted 10 records. These 10 records will be placing where? These 10 records will be placing inside your recycle bin. In the recycle bin, you will be having 10 records. The remaining 90 records will be available inside your object. Okay, remaining 90 records is available. Now, okay, now if we do the export operation, how many records it will returns to me now? 90 records. It returns 90 records. That means whatever the records which are currently present inside the object, whatever the records which are currently present in the object, only those records it will export, not the deleted one. So export operation will fetch only those records which are currently present inside the object, not the deleted records. Now sometimes you can raise a question, sir, not only fetching this 90, these 10 records, they recently deleted 10 records also I want here. At that time, we can go with the help of an operation called as export all. Export all. Export all operation is going to be collecting the 90 records which are currently present inside the object and 10 records which are deleted from recycle bin also. So total 100 records we can collect. Okay, we can collect total 100 records. Clear? Understood the concept now? So, export all operation is used to collect the records which are currently present inside the object along with deleted records also. Now, here you can raise a question. So, by using this export all, we have collected total 100 records from this object, including recycle bin also. Now, by looking into the Excel sheet, how do we know which record is okay from the recycle bin, which record is from object? How to differentiate? Do we have any chance to differentiate? Oh, these are the 10 records from recycle bin. These are the 90 records from object. Do we have any possibility to differentiate them? Yes, there is a possibility. So in this case here, in every object of Salesforce, including standard, including custom, in every object, Salesforce internally maintains a separate field that is called as is deleted field. Salesforce maintains a field called as is deleted, which is a checkbox field. It is a checkbox field which holds either true or false. Now, this is a common field in every object in Salesforce, including standard, including custom. In every object, this is a deleted field is a common field. Like as ID, name, owner, created by, last modified by, like that, you will be having a field called as is deleted, which will be using the Salesforce internally for the internal system reference. In order to differentiate the records based on deleted or not, Salesforce is internally using this field called as is deleted in every object, which is a hidden field. When you go to your object field list, you can't see that. When you go to the developer console, then only you can see this field information. In schema builder also, this field will not be visible to you. In the schema builder also, you can't see this field. In object manager, we can't see this field. In developer console, there we can see this field. Because it's a hidden field maintaining by Salesforce in every object to differentiate the deleted records and non-deleted records. Now, so in this case, as part of this field, it will be having two values here. Either true, it will be having false. True means what? Is deleted equals to true means what? It's a now recycle bin record here. That means the record is a deleted record here, which is coming from recycle bin. Is deleted equals to true? That means this is the deleted or not. True means yes. Okay, that means this is a deleted record. So which is from recycle bin. If the is deleted field is having the value false, nothing but it's not deleted one, then it will be from object. So based on this is the deleted field, we can differentiate is it a deleted record or is it from object here. We can differentiate. It's a common question in every interview in admin certification 201 also, and in that app builder certification also common question. How to differentiate the deleted records and non-deleted records from your object by using a field called as is deleted, which is a checkbox field maintaining by Salesforce in every standard, every custom object for internal system reference. Okay, clear? Now let's see. Then how can we export all? Now let me show you with the practical. Now make a note of this one. Export all. By using this feature, we can export all the records from the Salesforce object including deleted records also, which are waiting inside the recycle bin. We can differentiate the records based on a standard field called as is deleted. which is a checkbox data type field. If is deleted equals to true, that means it is a deleted record. That is from recycle bin. The record is from recycle bin. Now, if is deleted equals to false, that means it is not a deleted record. That is, the record is from object. Done with this? Now, let's see how can we do this. For example, I'm having this lead object. In this lead object, I'm having so many lead records are available here. Okay, I'm having so many lead records. Now I want to delete few lead records here from the lead object. Let me go to the recycle bin. In recycle bin, we have an account record here. That's it. I don't have any lead records from the recycle bin. Let me delete some of the lead records. I'm deleting this record here. Open this record beta boxer. Delete. I'm removing the record here. And then Mike Brand, I'm deleting this record. Next, Santosh Kumar, I'm deleting. So 3 records I have deleted over here. These 3 records are visible inside my recycle bin. Okay, these 3 records are available inside my recycle bin. Now my requirement is I want to fetch all the lead records. I want to export all the lead records available inside my lead object, which are currently present inside the object and which are deleted from the object also, which are waiting in recycle bin. So all the records I would like to export. So whatever the 3 records that I have deleted, these 3 records also I would like to export. How can we do this? Now let's see with the practical. So let me go to my data loader. Click on export all. Select the object over here. Select the object as lead. Select this browse button. I'm selecting the folder data loader extracts. I'm giving the file name as leads export all.csv. leads export all.csv. Click on save button. Now click on next. Select the fields. What fields data you would like to export? I want to export annual revenue of the lead, city value, company name, country value, email ID, fax number, first name, ID, industry. There is a field called as is deleted. This is a field. I want to get to identify which record is a deleted one, which record is not deleted one. I'm collecting last name field, lead source, and the mobile phone number, rating value, state, status, title, and the website here. So these are the fields I would like to fetch. I would like to fetch all these fields from the lead object along with is a deleted field also, which is indicating whether this lead record is a deleted one or not. Now click on finish button. Now it is indicating this warning message. You have chosen to perform an export of all records, including deleted records. You want me to go ahead or not? Yes. Click on yes button. Now it is indicating. So now the operation has fully completed. There were 24 successful extractions and 0 records, 0 errors. So totally 24 records are available, including this deleted 3 also. Total 24 records are available. This has been exported. Click on OK button. Now let's go back to your folder. See the file. Leads export all. Now we can see the data. So this is the lead annual revenue, city value, company name, and the country, email ID, fax, first name, and the ID, industry is deleted, last name. So now here this field is available here. Now, so we are having this field is available here. Last name, there is a field called as is deleted. It is indicating here the true or false values. Next, the lead source, mobile phone number, rating value, and the state of the lead person, status, title, and the website. These are all other records are available. Total 24 lead records has been exported. Clear? Now. So here we can see that. So now is the deleted field. It will be indicating this. Whether the record is a deleted one or not. If you want to apply the filters for this particular Eclipse controls, then we can apply. Not just we can able to apply the filters over here, depends upon the requirement here. And now just you can go to the filters option, sort and filters, click on filter. The filters has been applied for each and every field automatically here. Now just you can go to that is a deleted field. Let's see what records you want to show. I want to see only the deleted records. So just you can specify is the deleted value equals to true. Now click on OK. It will filter it out. These are the 3 records which are deleted one, like as Beta Boxer, Brand Mike, and the Santosh Kumar. These are the 3 records which are deleted one. If you want to see only the non-deleted records, just you can select is deleted equals to false. Now we can see 21 records over here. So these are the 21 records which are non-deleted over here. Clear? If you want to see both, now just you can select both the check boxes. True and false. Now we can see all the records also. All the records you can see including deleted records, non-deleted records also both. Clear? Now, this is how we can differentiate the records based on that is a deleted field. So based on the is a deleted field, we can specify whether the record is a deleted one or not. Clear? That is to indicate whether the lead is a converted lead or not.
The actual cell phone we don't have it.
That field is available, but it will be a hidden field. Okay, it will be a hidden field because there are some hidden fields are available in the lead object like is converted field, converted account ID, converted contact ID, converted opportunity ID, is deleted. These are all the hidden fields of your lead object.
In cell phone also can we
We can see where we can see those fields we can see in developer console, not in object manager, not in schema builder. Okay.
rearranging the sequence is
No, because it is an Excel sheet, right? It's not possible.
not while exporting.
No, we can't do. Because it will be arranging the columns based on the name in ascending order. That's what. Clear? Next.
User will give the name, company, like
Right. Next one. The third operation, insert. So what exactly the insert operation? How to insert the records inside your object? Now let's see. Basically, insert operation is used to insert either one or more number of records inside your object at a time. So whenever if you want to insert some records inside your Salesforce object, it may be standard, it may be custom also, any object, we can insert the records as well. So then how many maximum of 5 million records we can process at a time? That means 50 lakhs records we can insert at a time by using this data loader tool. So as part of this inserting the records, now you can raise a question. Sir, suppose for example here, I'm inserting some 20 records. Upon inserting the records inside this object, is it mandatory for me to pass the value for all the required fields? There are some mandatory fields are available inside my object. For those mandatory fields, do I need to supply the values? Yes. Whatever the mandatory fields are available inside your object, for all the mandatory fields, you have to supply the value. If you are not passing the value for any of the mandatory field, your record cannot be inserted inside the object. Simply, it will cancel your operation. That means that record operation will be getting cancelled. Okay, clear? Now, so now here in this case here, as part of this insert operation is used to insert either one or more number of records inside your Salesforce object. Upon inserting the record inside the object, we have to supply the values for all the mandatory fields. For the optional fields, it's your choice. If you want, we can pass. If you don't want, leave it, no problem. But compulsorily, we have to pass a value for mandatory fields. That is a fundamental rule. Okay, now. So now here in this case, whenever we are inserting some records, how to pass these records as input to my data loader. Upon inserting the records, whatever the records you want to insert, place those records inside a CSV file. Prepare your own CSV file. In that CSV file, place all these record values over here. Once the record is ready, that means once the file is ready, pass this .csv file as input to the data loader. It will be inserting the record inside the object. Okay, clear? Now, so that already told you the pictorial representation also here. Now, that already showed you here as part of data loader. So now, whatever the records you want to insert, place those records inside a CSV file. That means nothing but a Excel sheet. And this CSV file we have to pass as an input to the data loader. Data loader is going to be inserting these records inside your object. Once the records has been inserted inside the object, data loader will be generating two output files to you. First one, a success file. Second one, an error file. Success file contains all the records which has been processed successfully. Error file contains all the failed records information. Upon inserting the records, if the record has been failed to process, those failed records will be available inside this error file. Okay, these are the two files will be generating by Salesforce upon processing this, inserting the records inside your Salesforce object. Clear? Now, let's see. Make a note of this one, insert operation. By using this feature, we can insert either one or more records into the Salesforce object. We have to supply the records data in the form of .csv file. We have to supply the records data in the form of .csv file. While inserting the record, we have to supply the values for all the mandatory fields in the object. While inserting the record, we have to supply the values for all the mandatory fields in the object. Once the records has been inserted, then data loader will generate two output files as below. First one is success file. It contains all the processed, all the records which has been inserted successfully. Second one, error file. This is also .file. It contains all the failed records information along with the failure reason. Note. While inserting the records, we have to map the Excel sheet columns with the associated object fields. By using either manually or by using .html file. Either manually also we can map or by using your .sdl file also we can map.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, while using export all, I have extracted a candidate object, sir. And in that ID column, I got some garbage value. After opening the CSV file, I got some garbage value, sir.
Garbage value means.
I mean, in the column of position and ID, it is showing some A025H0000I7Y, some garbage value.
Can you share that screenshot?
Yes, sir. Right, one second. Sir, it is not allowing me to share my screen.
Not sharing the screen. Just you can take a screenshot and share it to me through WhatsApp.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. One second.
Done with these points? Now, let's see. How can we insert the records inside your objects? Now, let's see practically here.
Yes, sir. I have done. Thank you.
Now, let's see how can we insert the records. For example, I want to insert some records inside my account object. So upon inserting the records inside your account object, I want to pass the values. What values we have to supply? Name value, rating value, industry, annual revenue, phone number, fax number, and the type, and the ownership, and the billing city, state, country, customer priority, active status. These are the field values I want to pass. Then how many 10 records I want to insert, or 20 records, whatever, anything. So in order to insert a record, we have to pass all these values. So for 20 records, I need to prepare these values. Let me open an Excel sheet. Let me prepare my file. Now, I'm going to the Excel sheet. So now here I'm preparing this headers over here. First one. Do we need to pass record ID? Do we need to pass record IDs? No. Don't pass record
No.
ID upon insertion, because ID will be generating by Salesforce once the record is inserted successfully. Don't pass record ID here. Now here I'm indicating account name. Account name. Rating value. Industry name. Annual revenue. I'm indicating type. Ownership. And then I'm indicating contact number. And then fax number. And the billing city, billing state, billing country, priority, active status, account number, like this. So these are the fields which I'm trying to insert. That means these are the field values I would like to pass. Okay, these are the field values. I'm giving the account record names over here. Like for example, data loader test account 1. This is the first record here. I want to indicate the remaining records. I'm inserting totally 15 records over here. So here I'm giving different names here. Data loader account 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that up to 15. Rating value. For few records, I'm indicating as hot. And for few records, I'm indicating as cold. For few records, I'm indicating as warm. I'm giving these values. Okay, for few records, I'm giving hot and the warm and the cold. Industry. Here I'm indicating energy. Banking, finance, manufacturing. Few records are having industry as energy, few records related to banking, few records related to finance, few records related to manufacturing. Annual revenue value I'm indicating as some 29 lakhs. Here onwards I'm indicating some 35 lakhs. Here I'm indicating some 57 lakhs. Type. I'm indicating customer direct. Here I'm indicating installation partner, channel partner. These are the type values. Ownership I'm indicating as private. For all the records I'm indicating as private. Contact number I'm giving some value here. This is the number. I'm giving different contact numbers here. Last digits are keep on changing. 10, 11, 12, 13 like that up to 24. Fax number also I'm giving the same. Billing city here I'm indicating as some Hyderabad. For a few I'm indicating like as some Mumbai. This is from Bangalore. Billing state some Telangana. Country some India. This is for Maharashtra. This is for Karnataka. Now, here I'm indicating this value. I'm placing this value over here. Now the billing country will be always as India. Customer priority I'm indicating as high. Here for a few customers I'm indicating medium. For a few customers I'm indicating as low. I'm giving different values. Active status, yes. All the customers are in active status now. Account number I'm indicating customer ID CID -500 014. From here, I'm keep on indicating this value here. Customer ID have generated these values. Clear? So this is the data which I have prepared by using my CSV file. I have used an Excel sheet. In this Excel sheet, I have prepared some 15 records over here, where I'm indicating the account name, rating value, industry name, annual revenue, type, ownership, phone number, and the fax number, billing city, billing state, and the billing country, customer priority, active status, account number. That means customer number. Account number in the sense customer number. Now here I'm indicating website also. Now here I'm indicating this website name. The same website name I have indicated here. With this one, my data is ready. Now I want to insert these 15 records into my account object. Let me save this file. Click on File, Save. I'm going to my folder over here. Okay, SFDC batch 361 data loader extracts. Here select that. Okay, save file type as comma delimited values. Okay, comma delimited. That means comma separated values. So now here I'm indicating the file name as accounts insert.csv. Okay, accounts insert.csv. Click on save. Now my file has been saved successfully. Clear? My file is ready. This is the location. I'm having this file accounts insert.csv, which contains the 15 account records which I would like to insert. Now let's go with the data loader. Before going to that, let me check how many records are there in my account object as of now. I'm having totally 15 records are available till now. Let me insert 15 records more now. Go to the data loader here. Click on insert. Select the object name in which you would like to insert the records. I'm selecting the object name as account. Here multiple scenarios will come into the picture. Let me show you. Now, select the object name. Choose the CSV file where exactly the source file is available. Now I want to insert. Then where is that file? In order to insert the records, we need to place the record data, right? Where is the data? In which file you have placed? Where is that file? We have to indicate that. Select that browse button, choose the file. So this is the file where exactly the data is available here. Now click on next button. Now it will be reading your file to indicate how many records are available inside that. It is indicating that your operation contains 15 records. Yes, the count is correct, because I have placed 15 records inside that. Click on OK. Now do the field mapping. Okay, now do the field mapping here. So field mapping in the sense what needs to be done. So this is my Excel sheet column. These are my Excel sheet columns, like as contact number, rating value, account number. These are all my Excel sheet column names over here. Now, in my Excel sheet, there is a column called as contact number. This data should store in which field of your object now? Phone field. That we have to indicate the mapping here. Okay, we have to do that mapping. So please store this contact number data into phone field of my account object. Rating value should be stored in which field? Rating field. Account number should be into account number. Ownership into ownership. Priority into customer priority _ C. Website into website, like that here. We need to map that. So now whatever the Excel sheet columns that we have, this each Excel sheet column data should store into which field of your object. We have to do the field mapping. Upon mapping the fields, here we have two ways are available. First one manual, second one automation. Now let me show you. So now in this case, click on create or edit a map. In order to do that mapping, we no need to do the mapping manually. There is a ready-made option given by Salesforce. Through that also we can map. Click on create or edit a map. Here it is indicating one more dialog box. It is indicating your object fields. These are the fields of your object. These are the fields. These are my Excel sheet column names. Here it is indicating file column headers. These are my Excel sheet column names. Now do the mapping over here. So how can we do this mapping? For that one, here we have a button called as auto match fields to columns. Because here I have given this field name as billing city. Here also billing city. Here billing state. There also billing state. Here billing country. Here also billing country. Like that, some field names are common. So at that time it is mapping automatically by default here. Let's see. Click on auto match fields to column. So whatever the column names are having exactly similar, it is mapping those fields manually, automatically by default. Account name, it is a new field here. Account number with account number. It is mapping that field. And then annual revenue has been mapped. Billing city, billing country, ownership, type, website, it is mapping with that fields. Then remaining fields are empty because here the field name is what? My Excel sheet column name is active status. Actual field name is what? Active __ C. So both are not mapped, both are not same, both are different. That's what it is not mapping. In this case, we have to do the mapping manually by using drag and drop facility here. Use the drag and drop feature. So if the Excel sheet column names and the object field names both are different, we have to do the mapping manually. Just you can go to that Excel sheet column name. There is the active status. There is the object field. Just you can map manually here by using drag and drop. Okay, use the drag and drop. You can do the mapping. Billing state. I want to map it with the billing state here. Next, contact number. I want to map it with which field? Phone field. So go to the phone field, do the mapping here. Fax number. This should be mapping with fax field. So just you can drag and drop. Industry name. This should be mapping with industry field here. Next, priority. This should be mapping with customer priority __ C. Next, rating value. This should be mapping with rating field here. Now, done. So now all the columns has been mapped now. Clear? Now, so whenever we are mapping this Excel sheet columns with your object fields, then we can go with that manual or automation. If your Excel sheet column name, object field name, both are exactly same, Salesforce will do the mapping automatically. If the Excel sheet column name and your object field names both are completely different, then we have to do the mapping manually by our own. So upon mapping that, we have to do this option of drag and drop features. Clear? Understood the concept now? Next one. So here I'm having some maximum 10 fields are there which are okay not matching. So we have mapped okay very fastly. When you go to the real time, you might be having some hundreds of fields maybe there. Okay, you might be getting some hundreds of fields also where your object field names, your Excel sheet column names are completely different. Will you do this mapping manually every day? That too, it is a repetitive task. Every day, my marketing people are conducting the campaigns in different places, and they're collecting the leads data. The data they're placing in the Excel sheet, they're passing to me. As an administrator, it's my responsibility. I need to pull this data into my object by using data loader. At that time, will you do this mapping manually every day here? No, I don't want to do that. For that one, what I will do, first day, I will spend the time, I will do the mapping. Once the mapping has been done, save that mapping file over here. For that one here, once the mapping has been done, here we have an option called as Save Mapping button. Click on this Save Mapping button so that we can able to use this file. Like for example, simple concept here. In my mobile, I'm having so many contacts, hundreds of contacts are available. But in my SIM card, I can't store. SIM card will allow us to store maximum of 200 contacts, not more than that. I'm having 1500 contacts in my mobile. Then what can I do? My mobile is giving some issue. So tomorrow I'm going to purchase a new mobile. Tomorrow I'm going to buy a new mobile. So all these contacts I want to use in that new mobile here. Then what we can do? Export all these contacts into a file, separate file, download into your local device here, into your mobile device, and they can able to share to your email notification. When you purchase the new mobile, then you can connect to the internet, download that file from your email to your local mobile, and you can able to import automatically. You no need to add all these contacts one by one, one by one, one by one. We can do it one shot. Like the similar way here also, once you are done with this mapping, save this mapping by using save mapping button. Now click on save mapping. I want to save that mapping file here. I'm indicating accounts insert mapping .sdl. So now this is the service description language file. Mapping file will be having the extension .sdl, service description language. Now we can able to give that file name as, because I'm giving the file name as accounts insert mapping .sdl. Now click on save file. Now the mapping has been done. Okay, clear? Now I'm canceling this operation here. I'm canceling this operation. Now I would like to use that mapping file. Just we can click on insert, select the object name here, select the file, accounts insert, click on next button. Now my file contains 15 records. Yes, the count is correct. Now do the mapping. How to do the mapping? Choose an existing map. You no need to do the mapping manually. Choose an existing map. There is a file is available .sdl. Select that file. It will do the mapping here. It will do the mapping automatically here. You no need to do the mapping. Do the mapping first time manually. Save that mapping file. Next time onwards, directly use that mapping file to do the mapping of your Excel sheet columns with your object fields automatically. Now click on next. So once you are done with that mapping, then it will insert the record inside your object here. Once the records has been inserted, it will generate two files over here, success file, error file. Where you want me to place those files? Select the location. Select the location where you want to place. I want to store in that SFDC 361 in my same folder, data loader extracts. Select the folder now, click on finish. That's it. Now click on yes button. Now it will do the insertion of your records. It is giving the confirmation there were 15 successful inserts and 0 errors. All the 15 records has been processed successfully with a 0 errors. Clear? Now let me go back to my Salesforce R. Let's refresh this user interface. Now we can see those records. See, the records are available. All the 15 records are available. I'm opening the record data loader test account to 10. You will be having all the field values. You are having the name value, rating value, phone number, fax number, website, customer number also, type value, ownership value, annual revenue, and then industry, and the city also, state and the country, customer priority, active status. Everything has been mapped automatically by default. Okay, total 15 records has been inserted successfully. Clear? Now here once operations has been done, it has generated two files over here. First one success file, second one error file. Now when you go to the success file name, let me copy the file name here. It is indicating the success file name like this. In this file name, we are having the word success. And here it is indicating this number. What is this number indicates? Not file ID.
Timestamp.
Right.
Timestamp, date and time.
This is
Along
what
with year.
date timestamp. Okay, date timestamp. So now the 12th it is indicating the month, date, year, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Okay, so now this is the date timestamp. So upon generating this file, success and error files, it is using date timestamp value inside this. So now we are having these two files are available. Success file, it is indicating once you open this file, we can see. So these are the IDs has been generated by Salesforce. We have inserted these records. For every record, an ID has been generated. This is the ID of that record over here, generated by Salesforce. Next, at the last, it is adding one more additional field, status field, which is indicating what is the operation it has done. Item is inserted or updated or deleted or what. So it is indicating item created. That means record is inserted successfully. Okay, clear? Now, this is how we can perform export operation, export all, and insert operations. Okay, now, next. So we have few more operations are available. Tomorrow we'll see the remaining operations. Okay, and then tomorrow we'll see one more feature like as field dependency. How to map field dependency, we'll see that here. Like upon selecting one value from the pick list field, in the second pick list, a different values has to be populated. How to do that? Okay, we'll see practically in tomorrow's session. Okay. Do the practice on these features today. Tomorrow we'll see some more functionality.